Someone's in your bed. Now get a little bit Genghis Khan. I don't want you to get it on with nobody else but me. With nobody else but me. I get a little bit Genghis Khan. Don't want you to get it on with nobody else but me. With nobody else but me.
So the main lyric line, I get a little Genghis Khan. I don't want you to get it on with nobody else but me. I'm sorry, Andy. I'm not laughing at the song. I think it's great that he wrote these lyrics. It's so unique. It's cool. It's clever. I mean, modern day speak, I'm jealous. Don't mess around. You're going to hurt my feelings. Being creative, throwing in Genghis Khan.
It's showtime, folks.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. Yeah. Ow. Damn it. I knew I was going to backfire one time.
Just trying to be your hype man or your hype mime. I wasn't going to talk. I was just going to act out.
Yeah. Yeah, Alec Baldwin. He's like, who put the bullets in the gun? Sorry. Damn it. Who's responsible? Sorry, Alec. All right. Because he's watching this. Hey, man. How you doing, Andy?
I'm good, man. I'm real good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm just being stupid, as you can tell. Yeah.
As long as you're being yourself, that's all that matters.
Yeah, thanks. All right, so what do you got for me, man?
Except
insults.
Yeah. Only ones that beg insulting. I have a tune for you. It is a song by Mike Snow. Have you ever heard it? It's actually not a person. It's, I believe, a trinity. There's three of them.
Oh.
In the group. It's a group.
Because there's Mike Love from Beach Boys.
Yes.
And
there is Mike Love.
There's Eric Snowden, who's like, how would you describe him? You know what? That's a different channel. It's a whole different thing.
Provocative.
Yeah, no. Don't know Mike Snow.
Cool. Well, the track is called Genghis Khan, whom I'm sure you've heard of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not Mike Snow, but you've heard of Genghis Khan. Well, yeah, this song is called Genghis Khan, and it's by Mike Snow, and I want you to give it a listen.
Wow. Okay. I'm intrigued. Yeah. Genghis Khan wasn't a nice guy, right?
No, he wasn't. He was a prolific individual, but yeah, he wasn't the nicest. Not a lot of those guys from history are, right?
He would, like, if he lived today, he would need anger management training, right?
I would think so. Yeah. Bit of an obsessive guy.
Yeah.
Bit of a conqueror.
Okay. So let me jump in and I'll come back. I'm very intrigued, sir.
Awesome. Well, I'm intrigued to see your reaction and hear what you think.
Okay, here we go. Why does that sound so familiar? Isn't that like it's like the snake guy sitting down cross-legged and he's playing like the flute or whatever that is, and the snake comes out of the basket. What the hell am I losing my mind? That sounds like so much like that. That said, overall though, and I'm not saying I don't like that. It's kind of cool. I mean, come on, everyone's influenced by everyone, so I don't hate on it. I'm just making an observation. Let me play it back. All right, here we go. Very smooth. So the main lyric line, I get a little Genghis Khan. I don't want you to get it on with nobody else but me. I'm sorry, Andy. I'm not laughing at the song. I think it's great that he wrote these lyrics. It's so unique. It's cool. It's clever. I mean, modern day speak. I'm jealous. Don't mess around. You're gonna hurt my feelings. You know, being creative, throwing in Genghis Khan. I mean, if he gets like Genghis Khan over that, I feel bad for her. Although she shouldn't be doing what he's not wanting her to do. I mean, so that she's wrong. But if he's gonna get like that, oof. All right, here we go.
Lights they glow like I just lost the world war, and the scene slips away to the evenness I fake. It's a shit-on world, 'cause I don't really want you, girl, but you can't be free, 'cause I'm selfish, I'm obscene. I get a little bit Genghis Khan. I don't want you to get it on with nobody else but me. With nobody else but me. I get a little bit Genghis Khan. I don't want you to get it on with nobody else but me. With nobody else but
I love that. I actually really do. I love that chord change. Ooh, ooh. I want to make up my mind, but I don't know myself when he says that in that chord change, that descendant. I love it. That's so effective. I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. That's how much I like it.
I get a little bit Genghis Khan. I don't want you to get it on with nobody else but me. With nobody else but me. I get a little bit Genghis Khan. I don't want you to get it on with nobody else but me. With nobody else but
I'm surprised. What is that surprise, Greg? I don't know. Check out the conversation I'm gonna have with Andy in a few minutes. I get a little Genghis Khan. I don't want to put it on with nobody else but you. Ooh. I'm probably off on that, but
Yeah, a little bit, but I know that you listened to it.
it's so freaking catchy.
Yeah, it is.
It's one of those, it just jumps in your head. It's like, it could be like the squirrel that gets in the basement, and no matter how hard you try to keep it out, but it gets in the freaking basement or the attic and you can't get that effing thing out. The raccoon, and then the raccoon lays babies and shit. And then you got a real whole problem, but I'm digressing. But that's if you don't like it.
Yeah. That's if you don't like it.
I think I like the song.
Yeah.
There's actually a part of the song, and I'll get there a little bit later, just a little bit. Just let me pull it back a bit. But I'm going to tell you, there's a certain part why I really like the song. Well, there's a couple of things. First off, it's really, there's something really, because it's kind of quirky with the title. And this guy he is jealous. He is possessive. He doesn't want this woman, to mess around, right? Even though he's not really feeling that strongly about her. But it's like he looks at her like a possession. And I own you, so you're not going to mess around. Because if you do, I'm going to get a little angry, on the level of Genghis Khan. And the fact that he would write lyrics like that, or they would, I find that incredibly creative.
Yeah.
And something charming about that, something clever and charming, something very cool and unique. I really do. And I was laughing about it. You'll see the reaction,
Okay.
Someone might be like, but I'm laughing. And I made sure I said, I'm not laughing at, like, I'm just laughing because I'm observing it. And it's funny as I'm sort of experiencing it. But it's kind of like, I'm laughing sort of with, I don't know if he was laughing when he wrote the thing, but I'm sure he knew that what he was putting out is kind of odd and sort of, but it was just really kind of interesting. And then the whole song, I mean, there was some in the very beginning. So like the melody line of the verses, it's played to like, is that like that sort of snake charm guy, whatever, like someone like in the swaddling, he's sitting there cross-legged and he's playing like that flute thing and the snake is coming out.
Right. Yeah.
Is that,
like Cobra Charmer. I don't, honestly, that's never stuck out to me. But now that when you like, parts of the melody, I think mimic that. But I don't, it's never stuck out to me to where it was like one of the first things I've ever noticed. So it's interesting that this is something you've caught in the song that's never really come to my attention. And I've listened to it so many times.
Yeah. Because of course that's me. Yeah. But
well, no,
but I challenge anyone who says, I listened to it, and Greg, I don't agree. And I'm like, no, then you're just not paying attention. So I'm going to give you the benefit of that, because so after this reaction, go check it out on your own, and then let me know by text, and you'll say, Greg, I really don't know what the hell you're talking about. But that's only
now I'm clearly going to have to go back and give it a listen, because I'm going to look for that. That's such a specific thing that you attached onto what sounds like almost immediately. So now I'm like, how did I miss this? You know what I mean?
But then the chorus, but that's only the verse. And that's only, I think, part the verse, because then when the chorus happens, I love that. That's the catchy thing, I get a little Genghis Khan, so that's very like light and bouncy and interesting. And then there's this part where they then sing, I wanna, oh Jesus, my hand writing.
I'm the same way.
I want a something, but I don't know myself. There's like this sort of bridge where
I don't know myself.
Yeah, right. When it goes to, but I don't know myself, when it transitions to that, there's something about that chord change, and it descends. I absolutely love it. It like, and I've talked about Descendant, but it just grabbed me. There's something.
I think it kind of smooths it out too for a second. Like it takes it because it's very upbeat and energetic, and then it's kind of like this.
It smooths
making the way, and it smooths.
That's it
for a moment.
Articulation.
And it needs it, I think.
You are articulation master. No, really, that's what it was. Because there was that smoothness, and just when you made that transition to that next line, there was just something so good. I wanted more of that.
Yeah.
So the beginning part was really cool, and then the whole laughing and go, oh my God, he like a 14-year-old about the whole Genghis Khan and like that.
Yeah.
And that change, boom. Oh, and Maroon 5. It has a Maroon 5, especially when he was singing that Genghis Khan, the chorus line, it sounded like an Adam Levine kind of, and it had like a sort of Maroon 5 kind of thing sound.
Yeah, that's interesting. I never thought about that, but I don't deny it either. It never really occurred to me. But of course, when you have a male vocalist who can do things in that falsetto range, you think of someone like an Adam Levine or whatever, because or whomever, because they're known for that. That's sort of their their calling card. And this song definitely has that vibe, that higher register when he's especially in the chorus. So yeah, for sure, I can see that.
So I hand off to you because you're going to tell me about the band, the group, the guys. You're going to tell me about the year that this is, because maybe this is before. Maybe Maroon 5 stole everything from this group.
I would say they're more contemporary-ish. Maybe Maroon 5 was out a little bit before, but I don't think Maroon 5 sort of evolved into this pop band, because they were more of a post-grunge band. And then they fell into this pop thing several years after being formed, right around when the time that this came out. So
Okay.
At least I think so. But yeah, Mike Snow is actually, I think it's a 3-person like collective, where 2 of them are sort of the production guys that do the music, because a lot of this music is, generated synthetically, probably through computers and machines and all this fun stuff that is happening now with music. And then the singer is Andrew Wyatt, and he is American, but they're a Swedish. They formed in Sweden. They're a Swedish group. Their singer just happens to be American. And yeah, they're sort of like electro pop funk quirk. Like you said, there's some quirkiness to their sound, but it's uniquely their own. So it kind of like, it's indie fans love this, ate the stuff up when it came out, and they formed in like 2007, I think. But this song actually came out after they got their feet under them in like 2016, I think.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah, it's not that old of a song, but I've played it so many times since I first heard it way back when, in 2016. So
I think there was more quirkiness when I think like more with the with the lyrics. Just I thought how, kind of professing really sort of admitting to his extreme jealousy on the level of Genghis Khan.
yeah, and perhaps the song's made more quirky because I've watched the video so many times. And if you ever get a chance, if you have this becomes an earworm and you want to listen to it again, I suggest going and checking out that version of it, the video, because it's hilariously done and choreographed, where it's the scenario between like a 007 who's about to be tortured and the classic 007 villain who's about to torture him, but the villain realizes he's actually in love with Bond. And it's like he has this strange love-hate relationship with him, and he needs him in his life, and they dance to this song, and it's just obscure and hilarious. But yeah, this is you're spot on with what it's about. I mean, he's pretty overt in the lyrics, and he probably exaggerates it a little bit with the comparison to Genghis Khan. But the singer said he felt this way in a long-distance relationship that he was having, where he wasn't really completely invested in it, but at the same time was feeling jealousy or insecurity about what she was doing in her own time. And he said he just felt like a tyrant. And the first tyrant that came to mind when he was sort of laughing at himself and judging himself was Genghis Khan. So he put it into a song and sort of, tapped into that human frailty that we all have of jealousy, right? And sometimes it's inexplicable. And when it is, you kind of feel like a Genghis Khan, because that guy was pretty inexplicable in his anger and rage. So
I think the way you explain that, right, through his quote, I think was also kind of funny for me, and again like a 14-year-old is where he wrote, "I get a little Genghis Khan. I don't want you to," because I'm sure. So the way you explain it looks like Genghis Khan was first, and so he needed to fit lyrics. He needed to write out the rest of the lyrics to kind of like and to rhyme with Khan.
Yeah.
So he writes, "I don't want you to get it on." Like I said, like I don't want.
Nobody else but me.
Yeah,
nobody else but me.
Right. But it says like, I don't want you to be with anyone else, or I don't want you to fall in love with anybody else. It's like I don't want you to get it on. Yeah. I'm like, all right, So translation.
Yeah, exactly. We all know what he meant. But meanwhile, Genghis Khan was notorious for having harems. So it's like there was no fidelity on Genghis Khan's side, yet he demanded it of those he chose to demand it from. And that is kind of what the singer felt like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm out here touring, I could do what I want, but and
Right.
he called himself out when he realized that that's sort of who he was becoming. He's like, not only am I not going to be like this, I'm going to put it out there
Yeah.
as a song. So yeah, and it's just catchy as all hell. Like it's the ultimate earworm for me, which is why I wanted to
Yeah, it was very catchy.
share the Parasite with others.
But I was going to say that Genghis Khan, yeah, he definitely got it on, and and around and under and downward.
Yeah, I forget what the number is or whatever, but they're like the amount of people in the world that could trace their ancestry back to Genghis Khan is like the largest one individual linked to the population because of how much ground he covered and how many people were related to him, because he's a very prodigious person who, like we all know, got around. So it's just interesting.
That makes me think. Will Chamberlain, he wrote a book,
Probably
right?
the closest America has to Genghis Khan in that regard. I'm sure
In that regard, not about, pummel. But he was very outspoken about his promiscuous or whatever.
His promiscuity.
Promiscuity. I forgot the it at the end. Yeah.
He was a bit of a globetrotter in that.
So I think a lot of people could trace back to him. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. This is great. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you liked it. It was just a fun tune that I wanted to get your opinion on.
I really enjoyed this. Yeah, this is cool, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I'm gonna take us out. Yeah. And not in a Genghis Khan way, but actually just take us out and say, Andy, you have a good rest of the night. And to everyone out there, we hope you enjoyed this. Hit the like button, subscribe, bing, 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 do all that stuff. All right, enough of that crap. People actually have already jumped off already. But the folks who are still staying on, everyone have a wonderful rest of the day and night. Take care. We'll see you on the next episode of Andy. End it.
Into the music.